Welcome back to the 2003 World Gymnastics Championships. I'm Peter Vidmar with Amanda Borden. Welcome to Anaheim, California and the Arrowhead Pond of Anaheim for the 2003 World Gymnastics Championships. Hello everyone, I'm Peter Vidmar, and so far we've seen some amazing competition. Now we move to probably the most difficult event in women's gymnastics, the balance beam. And first up, from Romania, Catalina Ponor.
This is always an intense event. Beautiful Anodi. Turning right back, handspring layout, gorgeous form. She's so beautiful to watch. She has great flexibility. She finishes everything all the way to her fingers.
Wow.
Right there, beautiful.
Now, I'm going to remind the viewer by giving the most overused term in gymnastics broadcasting. Remember, the beam is only 4 inches wide. Just amazing.
She's very solid. It's very difficult to get up on this event with the entire crowd watching you and handle the pressure.
And Ponor had a 9.662 in preliminaries for the second highest score coming into here. Once again, as we said earlier, we start from a clean slate, so she's going from 0, and so the pressure's really on.
Looks like she's getting ready for another twisting back handspring, 3/4 down to the beam. It's a requirement to touch part of your trunk to the body, to the beam. Getting ready to dismount. Round off double pike.
Wow, that's great. What a great landing.
Beautiful.
That's going to score well. And there's a fan. Boy, Romania is just always strong. They always have someone in all the finals, it seems. They're always in the hunt for medals. Just a great tradition in that country.
She had beautiful tumbling. Back handspring layout, step out. Perfectly straight legs, not a single wobble.
Here's a great view. Look at that. Looked like she was a little off, but she used her legs to kind of get the balance back. So no mistakes there. This should score very, very well. This puts the pressure on the other athletes, too. Beam is not an easy event to stay on.
We always call it the make or break event. It comes down to every 10th. You can see right here she fought for it.
Yeah, and you know, I'll tell you, that landing could be the gold medal right there. You never know. A 9.587. It's a very, very good score, but I don't know. I think there's more to come, so we will see.
Experiencia internacional. Obtuvo Catalina Ponor 9.662 en el concurso 1, en el concurso de calificación. Y hoy, con una nota de partida de 9.90, algo le habrán quitado. Algo habrá dejado de hacer porque le dan una nota de partida de 9.90 y no es normal. Lo normal es que sea de 10, 9.500.
The next up on the balance beam, probably, I think, the girl to beat. Just an amazing performance in preliminaries. She had the highest preliminary score, a 9.712. This is Fan Yi of China. And I'll tell you, if anything, the beam, I think, must seem wider for her. She's only 4'9" and she's 72 pounds.
Beautiful beam worker. Very fluid.
Wow.
Beautiful punch front. Right into a ring jump. The Chinese always have great flexibility. Every gymnast is required a flight series, which is tumbling, leaps, such as that, a switch ring. Gym series, which is a leap series.
And turns as well, I would assume. Oh, there you go. Boy, she is just got so much confidence.
Wow.
And it seems to me that her transitions are faster, going from skill to skill. She's very deliberate in her movements, and that must take just an immense amount of time to be able to be comfortable doing that.
You can tell the athletes that are expecting to be perfect. She's getting up there with no doubt. Every skill, her body's in the exact position she wants it. When you only have 4 inches, there's not much room for error.
Yeah, but no hesitation, though. That's the thing. Here she goes, setting up for that dismount.
And a double tuck.
Wow.
Wow.
Another stuck
Beautiful.
landing. Look at that. I'll tell you, I think that was a little better. I don't know, but it seemed to me like she was in a little bit more control, had more difficulty. This could be enough to put her in first place. And maybe stay there. I would read that for you, but I'm sure it was something exciting from the fans. So. And there's your teammates. Wow, that was one of the performances in my book at the World Championships.
Take another look. Beautiful punch front.
Boy, you see how her feet just gripped onto that beam.
Showing great flexibility. It's always my favorite view. Tumbling, swings right down.
And here's that dismount.
Beautiful double tuck, great form.
We said landings would matter, and look at that, another step.
Muy bien la china. Ya tenía la nota más alta, 9.702 en la calificación. De 253 gimnastas, la que mejor lo hizo aquí fue ella.
Here's her competitor. Now she's sitting in first place, but I don't know. I think she's going to get bumped out right now because that was quite a performance. She's waiting. Oh my goodness, a 9.812. That's the highest score of the meet so far in any event. Wow. Certainly launches her up to first place, and she has set the standard. This is going to be very, very hard to beat. Wow. And yet now, here's one that would have to be the crowd favorite. Here's Chelsea Nunley. We've heard about her before. We know about her story. To find her here, Amanda, in the finals after all she's been through is just an amazing thing.
Beautiful. Copa. She's a very calm competitor. She takes one skill at a time. That's always a good thing on the balance beam. Wow. Punch front half to back handspring. Perfect. Beautiful front aerial.
You know, she's much taller, of course, than Fan Yi, but she uses her height to her advantage. I think she's got an elegance about her that really stands out.
Oh,
that's too bad. You know, in a finals like this, there's nothing you can do to recover from that. She's out of the medal hunt right now, and that's just too bad. But she has really stepped up to the plate for the U.S. team after coming from the Pan American Games, coming straight here, knowing she has to put out for the team, and then doing a terrific job in the team competition. She's got to be proud of what she's done for the U.S. Now, how do you feel, Amanda? You missed a routine. It's a big event. You know it's a finals. You know you can't win. And how do you treat the rest of the performance?
You know, we as athletes train for that moment, unfortunately, because we're not perfect every time. To get back up and finish a routine solid, here comes the dismount. That shows a great competitor. She had a great finish, solid landing, and the crowd still loves her.
Absolutely, absolutely. She's here in her home turf. Well, she knows that she's out of contention for a medal, but she's had a great World Gymnastics Championships performance.
Here's the front half, right into back handspring. That was very solid and very difficult. Here it is, standing Arabian.
Oh.
Again, it's a blind landing if you're off at all, and you can see her feet.
You can
There's no chance.
You can almost see toenail marks on the side of the beam. She was digging in so hard to do that. And there's
beautiful
her step.
double pike.
Well, it won't be enough to win or even put her on the podium. But she's got to be proud of what she's been able to do in these last few days at the World Championships. And an 8.837. So Fan Yi leads, but we've got more to come at the World Championships. And this is Ludmila Yezeva of Russia. Now, she pulled off a very important routine for her team on beam at the World Championships back in 2002 to help them win the silver medal, and then she ended up winning the title on beam at the World Championships in that year. So she's a competitor in this event.
Very creative tumbling series. A Modi, front aerial, side summy.
You know, and here's another performer that to me looks very deliberate in her movements, like she's just done this routine a million times.
And I'm sure she has done it a million times. That's the only way to be consistent on beam, is to do it over and over and expect perfection. Her gym series a little bit off there on that tuck jump full. Right into another full twisting back handspring.
Wow. Look at that, right on.
Beautiful flexibility. Wow.
Oh.
A full twisting back handspring going sideways. Remember, you said 4 inches she did that in. That's unbelievable.
And she's a very athletic performer on beam. A lot of power in her routine.
Very solid jumps. Of course, her required connection jumps. Getting ready for her dismount.
Look at this. Round off.
Round
Wow.
up. 2.5.
That's not easy to land. Okay, you know, that was a great routine. I don't think that's going to be enough for the gold medal, but what do you think, Amanda?
She didn't have near the amplitude and the flexibility. Great tumbling. You can see she had a lot of creativity. You can see there in the mount. And here's that tuck jump full. You can see slightly off right there, and that could be the deduction that takes the gold medal away.
And you know, most people don't realize that those skills, while not flipping skills, are as hard as some of the flipping skills, or harder.
And the difficult landing right there,
And
2.5.
We talk about landings, and that step could be enough to drop her down a notch. Well, she waits for her score. A 9.55. You can see by the look on her face, she's got the bronze medal, though. She knew she didn't win the gold, but that's a bronze medal for Ludmila Yezheva of Russia. And there's our gold medalist, Fan Yi of China, a 9.812. So far, really, the routine of the World Championships. Just a great performance. And the final standings, Fan Yi of China with the gold medal, Catalina Panor with the silver, and Yezheva of Russia the bronze. Chelsea Memel ends up with 6th place.
Fan Yi.
And there's the smile of a world champion, Fan Yi of China. We'll be back with more World Championships after this. The floor exercise, probably, I think, the most exciting event in women's gymnastics. Amanda.
The crowd loves to see this event.
This is going to be great. The first up for Romania is Andreea Munteanu. She's a very exciting floor exercise performer. She had a preliminary score of a 9.412, 6th place qualifying coming into this event.
Peter, you're going to see a lot of action-packed floor routines. You can see right there, tuck jump double, moving right into her first tumbling pass. Beautiful full twisting double back, slight hop on the landing there.
Now, how much of a deduction when they take a hop like that is that?
That can be anywhere from 1/10 to possibly 2/10, depending on how far they step back. Very nice landing on that double pike.
Now, the dance moves are just as important, really, as the tumbling moves, aren't they?
That's right, beautiful flexibility on her gym series there as she gets ready for her 3rd tumbling pass. You're going to see a lot of athletes performing more than 3 tumbling passes now to get the difficulty requirements. Whip right into a double full. As the music slows down, she's great choreography. Looks like she's having some fun out there.
She does. Long history of great gymnasts in Romania.
Required turn.
Now, it seems like the pace has slowed down a little bit for her. Is she kind of catching her breath, getting ready for that last pass?
Well, Peter, I never had to do 4 tumbling passes, but I can only imagine that adding that extra tumbling pass, she needs to breathe, catching her breath right there. Ending with a 2.5.
Very nice.
Showing off that flexibility right there.
Andreea Munteanu of Romania. Now, these scores are all new life. They come in with certain scores in this competition, but it's a clean slate when they start the finals.
And her last tumbling pass. 2.5 twist.
And you can see in the background there was her coach, Belu. He's a fixture in international gymnastics, created some great champions over the years. Well, this routine, I think, should put her in contention. And here's her score. Always the tension. A 9.4, not a bad score. You know, the scores are lower than they have been in past decades as we watch gymnastics. These we need to be more prepared for. A 9.4, though, is not a bad score in floor finals. And next up from Spain, Spain's first world champion, Elena Gomez. Elena Gomez won the gold medal on floor exercise at the 2002 World Championships. That was the first gold medal ever for Spain. And she's a great all-around performer as well. 7th all-around at the European Championships in 2002.
Using a little more dramatic music there. Nice and slow. Sounds like it's going to speed up for the tumbling right here.
a bit of a step there. I would imagine that'd be a bit of a deduction.
Looks like she over-rotated just a little bit. Again, coming right back with the second tumbling pass. 2.5 punch, front full, great landing. She didn't even take a step.
That's fantastic. Very difficult.
Required turn.
Required turn.
Very nice. Double turn with the leg at 90 degrees. Very difficult.
Sometimes the crowd doesn't appreciate how difficult those turns are they?
Oh, the dance sometimes is more difficult, and being able to turn on a floor that has carpet and padding is very difficult because it catches your toes a lot.
I'd probably get a rug burn.
Third tumbling pass.
Wow.
Triple full, beautiful landing. She's not giving a tenth away.
Absolutely. This is a great performance so far.
Woohoo! She's a turner.
Catching her breath, getting ready. Big pass, here it goes.
Double pike, very nice landing. She fought for every tenth in those landings.
I'll tell you, I think this is going to be a little higher score. I think a little higher score than Montillano. Let's see what they have to say.
Looks like the crowd likes it.
Yeah, she seemed to be more in control of her landings, I think. I think that's really going to pay off.
Let's take another look at her tumbling. She opened with a beautiful full twisting double back. Slightly over rotation, her feet were underneath her, had to take a step back. Here's the difficult turn. Her legs in 90 degrees. All the way, completed double turn, right into a double jump.
You know, it seems that her only deduction in landings really was that first pass. Everything else was just right on.
Her dance was beautiful. She showed great flexibility.
Well, she has a title to defend. She is the defending, well, not the defending, she's the world champion from 2002 on this event. She's shown what she's got before, and she's showing it again tonight. A 9.675. Wow, that puts her in first place so far. Got a few more competitors, but that was a fantastic routine. We're right in the middle of the floor exercise finals for women. And first up now, or next up on the floor, will be Catalina Panor of Romania. And Amanda, another great gymnast from this country. They continue to put out fantastic athletes year in and year out.
The thing that stands out about Romania is they have the difficulty, but they're so consistent. Opening with her dance series, triple turn right into a popa as she goes into her first tumbling pass. A full in piked, again, a slight hop in that landing.
Now, as her next pass, Amanda, it seems to me that we always complain in men's gymnastics that the women have the luxury of dancing out of a missed landing, and we have to land it perfectly or else we get deducted. You ever hear that flag before?
Oh, we heard it many, many times. I think the judges know when you dance out of it and you're in control, and when you dance out of it out of control, and they know and they'll deduct when it's appropriate.
And so far we've seen some incredible control from all the athletes in floor exercise. Next tumbling pass.
Triple full. Very nice. You can see she completed 3 twists, landing her feet perfectly straight. The judges look for those kind of things. If you do not complete your twists, you do not complete a jump like that, where she was slightly short on the jump double, they don't get credit, and it does affect their start value, which often causes our scores to be a little bit lower than we saw in the past years.
And some of the preliminary scores were a little bit lower than we're used to. She had the first place qualifying score at a 9.537.
Last tumbling pass, double pike, beautiful landing.
Wow, just perfect.
This is what it takes to be in finals. It comes down to every single tenth.
Oh, she's got to be happy with that routine. The crowd loves it. She did a great job. This could be enough to put her into first place. Take a look at one of her passes.
It's her first tumbling pass, full in pike. You could see that her knees were slightly bent, and again, a small hop on the landing.
But she shows a lot of power, good amplitude. Look at that, 2.5 twist punch front layout. And here's the finish.
Beautiful double pike. Watch this landing. Feet do not move.
There's the period at the end of that sentence, just right on there. Now the waiting game. This could be enough to put her in first. That was a great performance. 9.7 puts her in first place. Now she's guaranteed a spot on the victory platform, but will it be the top? And we're going to find out next with our final performer on the floor exercise. She was the third place qualifier, Diane dos Santos of Brazil. This is a big moment for her country. They have really come on strong in the last few years. They've got great coaches there. She's got a great personality. Does she have the goods, though, for a gold medal performance? We're going to find out.
She's going to have to fight for every landing, not only on her tumbling, but also in her dance.
Very powerful tumbler. Here we go.
Opening.
Oh, my
Beautiful.
Gosh. Wow.
Arabian double pike. I'm not sure I've ever seen that.
That was so high, too.
Step on the landing, but gorgeous. Double layout.
Oh, the crowd just loves this routine. She's going to have them in the palm of her hand if she keeps tumbling like this. She was the third place qualifier. She had a 9.512, but she's really, really pulling out all the stops right now.
She's got very fun, energetic music. The crowd always loves that, loves to see personality. Getting ready for her third tumbling pass. Pike front, through to double Arabian. Beautiful landing.
She knows how to do these Arabians. That's just amazing.
Very difficult pass because it's a front landing. It's blind. You cannot see the floor when you're landing, so you have to have very good air awareness.
Much, much harder to land.
She's full of bounce. Her jumps are beautiful, great height.
And that's amazing. This is the end of the routine. She still has that amazing power in her legs. Catching her breath. Here she goes. One final tumbling pass.
She needs to stick this landing. Beautiful double pike.
Oh, this is amazing. Will this be enough? Oh, she's excited. And
standing
look at the crowd, a standing ovation. There's her coach. This could be history for Brazil gymnastics. They've never had a world champion in any event in gymnastics. Could this be their moment? Oh, she's thrilled. She knows she put out her best performance.
There is no better feeling than hitting a routine, running off, getting a huge hug from your coach, having the crowd stand up. What else can you ask for?
You got to earn hugs from your coach, don't you, sometimes?
That's right.
Oh, and look at the crowd. And now the waiting game. Now look at this power.
She has great height. Beautiful double Arabian pike. She cannot see the ground, spots it, slight step, but unbelievable.
I'll tell you, if they're going to reward her for one thing, it's got to be for the amplitude. She's clearly the highest tumbler in the competition tonight. And as a teenager, she has a mouthful of braces.
Watch this. Pike front through to double Arabian again.
Oh, wow.
Unbelievable. I didn't think it was possible to do two double Arabians in a routine, one pike, and have great landings.
And that final double pike, once again, a stuck landing, and you can see the crowd just loving this. Her coach is whistling. Come on, crowd. Now let's see what she gets. We're going to see a full mouthful of braces if it is. And what's the score? Oh my gosh, a 9.737. She wins the gold medal. This is history for Brazil gymnastics. And the crowd is showing how much they appreciate her performance. Just an amazing routine. Well, the crowd really, really loved that performance. They just appreciate great gymnastics. And there's some officials from Brazil. She has made history for her country. And so Diane dos Santos of Brazil becomes her country's first ever world champion, winning the gold on the floor. Silver medal went to Catalina Ponor of Romania, and the bronze went to Elena Gomez of Spain. And there's Diane dos Santos making history for her country.